Hello, YouTube. This is Mahadev, the Thunder Wizard, and today, very briefly, we are going to talk about why the Mandela Effect actually is a very good thing.
Here, you smoke this, and be sure you get the smoke deep down into your lungs.
I don't smoke.
It's tobacco. It's one of the healthiest things for your body. Now go ahead.
So, the Mandela Effect, if you're not familiar with it, I'm sure you are, is various things in our official history that many of us remember differently. Some things are very small and can be easily confused and conflated, and some of them are huge, like the Mandela Effect got its name from. There's a large group of people who remember Nelson Mandela dying in prison. There was news coverage, there was a speech by his widow, and there are a bunch of other things. I could list just the ones I've discovered, which I've stopped looking because it's become too traumatic for me. And I've decided that, that doesn't matter. I am in this timeline now, and I accept the reality that is here. The one that really pushed me over the edge, there were two. I mean, it just built, but one was seeing that the characters in The Wizard of Oz carried weapons. That just never happened in my reality. That never happened. Another one is I was doing a live stream last night, and people were sharing more Mandela effects, and I was, I want to debunk as many as I can, but one came up that I was sure was just somebody's, people just not paying attention. They said that the heart was in the center of the chest. And you can see me on the live stream going, no, it's not. Come on. I'll look it up. Let me look it up. And then you see me have a complete meltdown as I am looking at pictures of hearts in the middle of the chest. Slightly to the left, but it's in the middle of the chest. In fact, if I typed in location of the heart, the center of the chest, I can promise you, in my timeline, the heart has never been in the center of the chest. It has been just left of center. It's close, but it's always been the entire heart. Maybe the aorta came down and then moved over, but the entire heart was completely on the left side. Put your right hand on your heart. If the heart was in the middle, people would put their right hand on their heart. When I was in school, we put our right hand on our heart. You can still see it in movies today. The Romans go like this. There's no reason for this if the heart is in the middle of the chest. There's no reason for it. They would go like this. So I'm telling you, that is something that has absolutely changed. And there were other things that kept coming up. The Ford logo, lines from movies that have disappeared, that are still on people's t-shirts. So something's going on. Something is up. But I was having a conversation with my teacher today, and he doesn't remember things exactly the way I do. Thunder. And I said to him jokingly, texted to him jokingly, well, I still love you even if you're 1 millionth percent different from my original teacher. And he laughed and he said, yes, I'm definitely the best version of myself. And he has overcome unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable, impossible challenges, which I honestly didn't think he was going to overcome, and he did. So I would agree he is his best self. And it dawned on me, the changes to the anatomy are a good thing. Having the heart closer to the middle of the chest is good. Having the kidneys further up inside the rib cage is good. I have a better body than I did for first 2/3 of my life, I think. this seems very recent to me, and I honestly don't know when I made the shift. It feels very recent. I think it might have been as recent as a week ago, but I honestly don't know. Maybe a month ago. Sorry, a month ago, but I honestly don't know. But it doesn't matter. The truth is that we are always shifting, and if I'm in this timeline, this means that this is the best version of myself and the best timeline I can achieve for myself. And so the same is true for you. So the takeaway is that if you are somebody like me and you have seen huge Mandela effects, maybe some of you are from my original timeline, some of you are from partially from my timeline, and there are some things we agree on and some things that we've seen differently, and some of you lucky ones who have been born recently, you've never been part of our older timeline, and there are some really bad things in this timeline which I don't remember from earlier timelines, but it's also, the challenges mean more opportunity for transformation, evolution, and growth. And I have an improved body. My kidneys are in a better place. My kidneys used to be below my rib cage. There was a thing, I don't know if they have it in this timeline, I think they do. It was called a kidney punch. And you specifically punch somebody in the kidneys because their rib cage wasn't protecting them. Now the rib cage protects the kidneys. Now the heart is in the center. I am now going to assume that timelines are going to continue to change as we get closer to the awakening event, which is going to come very soon. And I think that there's going to be more Mandela effects. We're going to see more changes in varying timelines of people's remembrances, as all the timelines are also coming together and people's consciousness from other timelines are coming into one timeline. I think that's also a real possibility as well. In any case, it's a good thing, and I've just accepted it. Timelines change. I'm changing, you're changing. I know I'm the best I can be, and in fact today I'm going to do some spiritual work, and who knows, this video may be completely different than the way I'm recording it now. All kinds of strange things, history might be totally different than we remember. It could be that history actually changes because we have a separation from time. For all we know, maybe Caesar was not stabbed to death on the Senate floor. Maybe he died from choking on a bone. We remember things looking back. Maybe the prism of time changes past. There's just so many possibilities here. But the bottom line is that I'm living in the present, and this is not completely the timeline that I remember. But I am the best version of me that I can be, and every choice I make has an effect on future timelines, and so that's why our choices are incredibly important. Drop the victim mentality, focus on the reality that you live in a universe where the universe loves you. You have access to more spiritual tools now than ever, which you can change in the 4D. All of the links are here for you to do that. Anyway, that's it. My message, I'm starting to babble. My message is, yep, the timelines have changed. This is not my original timeline, but the Mandela effect is a sign that things are beginning to evolve, and this is a good thing. See you guys later. Take care of yourself.